Hi neighbors, Mark here at Ponderosa Garden Adventures. Welcome back for another episode. Today I'm going to take you on another garden tour. We're right smack in the middle of summer. We're heading into like the third week of July. So really midsummer, and the big news, if you live anywhere in the northern hemisphere, over the last few weeks has been the heat and the humidity. You are either getting roasted or you are getting hit with tropical storms, heavy rains, flooding, or a combination of those. So here at the Ponderosa, we are not immune. It hit 104 Fahrenheit, which is just 40 degrees Celsius. Last week, that was our peak. And that's honestly usually about the highest temperature we reach around here. So that was a hot day. We have gotten higher. We've almost hit 45. We hit 112 Fahrenheit one time, which is like 44 and a half Celsius, but that was an outlier. Our highest temperature during the year is going to be somewhere 39, 40, 41, something like that. So we're pretty well equipped to handle what we've had so far. The thing is, it's not so much the daytime heat as during the night it doesn't get below 20 degrees Fahrenheit or about 70 degrees Fahrenheit or 20 degrees centigrade. So, it's a lot of intense pressure for certain kinds of plants. We can move those indoors. We put shade cloth over them, and the rest of them, again, we live in zone 10A, which is known for long, warm, dry spells. So we are usually really pretty well equipped. We take precautions by putting lots of mulch down to hold the moisture in, watering deeply and infrequently, not like every day, but every other day deeply, and we plant. We choose plants that are drought tolerant so they can handle the. And some plants really love the heat, like roses, my favorite plant. They love the heat. Tomatoes love the heat. You're going to see I've got tons of ripe tomatoes. I brought my harvest basket because the tomatoes are ripening like crazy. But before I get started, this is the star of today's tour. This is the pumpkin. Look, it's turning orange. Can you see that? Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I love this color, especially when it's half green or half orange like this. So I think this is going to be ripe in another week or two. So watch for a video on harvesting this pumpkin. It's the only pumpkin we've gotten off of this plant, and this was the only plant that grew this year. So we're going to really cherish this pumpkin. We'll see if we can make it last to Halloween, but this is pretty early. We'll see. And I'm curious how heavy this is. How heavy do you think this is going to be? It's good. It's a nice small one. It's not going to be a huge honker, so that's good. And it's still got a little more ripening on this side, but you can see it's going to be there soon. So I'm really excited about that. And I'm going to take you around and show you what's going on here in the middle of summer, what's making it, what's not, what's cool and what's hot. All right. Thanks for joining us. Let's get started. Tomatoes, we have tomatoes, lots and lots of tomatoes falling from the sky. Tomatoes, low and high. Tomatoes, we've got tomatoes. Big, ripe, red tomatoes. Oh yeah, tomatoes. We got tomatoes today. And what are you gonna say? It's a tomato kind of day. Okay, time to harvest some jalapenos. One, not ready. There's another one. Now, one thing about hot weather is it's supposed to make hot peppers really hot. So I'm going to try these in comparison to some ones that I harvested earlier and see if they're hotter because of the heat wave. Anyway, into the basket they go. All right, a quick stop over here at this other tomato plant. Look, it is finally growing. I am so excited, and it's getting more tomatoes on it. So what did I do? Well, I put some mulch down to hold the moisture in. I fed it. I gave it several feedings of, tomato fertilizer, and I'm keeping it wet. This one I am watering like on a daily basis because it's really hot and dry, just this area. Not a lot of shade, and so I've been watering it more, and it's doing great. It's really responding, so we're going to have yet more tomatoes off of this one. Same thing with this pepper. It's getting lots of flowers. No new fruit, but it is doing a lot better since we did the summer heat protection. All right, now I want to show you the new grapevine. I'm really excited. All right, I'm out by the new grapevine that we planted last year. I'll take you down and show you. Down here at the bottom, you can see second year of growth. And we were hoping that it would get all the way to the top of the trellis this year, and it made it. We are so proud of this grapevine. We were hoping it would make it to the top of the trellis, and look at that. It has made it to the top of the trellis. Yay! So we're very excited about that. So we're going to leave this here, and then next year this will continue hopefully to grow across the top of the trellis down the other side, and the new growth will have the grapes on it. They'll just be hanging down here. That's the concept anyway, and as always it almost never works out the way you want, but this is one of those examples. Every once in a while it works out just the way you wanted, and so we're really excited about that. So we can't wait till next year to see if we get any grapes off of this vine. Okay, so this summer I can't do a tour without talking about the pineapples. One of my biggest successes this year is getting 2 pineapples. So they got this little one here, and in the background, maybe you can see it, there's a bigger one over there. Let's go have a closer look. Okay, and now you can see it is looking very much like a pineapple. We have reached quite the pineapple state. Look at that. It's as big as my hand now. So, getting close to the size it will be when it's full size, but it still has a few months to go. Let's have a close-up look at some of those. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? Look how dark green that is. It's going to turn lighter and lighter until it turns yellow. And there's the crown. Okay, here's the other one, the smaller one. There we go. So just to give you a comparison of how big it is compared to my hand, and you can see this one is significantly bigger. So we'll watch as that grows and turns into a ripe pineapple. Okay, now one sad thing I want to show you is last week I planted some marigolds. I even posted a video on it, and those marigold plants got completely eaten. Look at this, down to a nub. Even though I put some repels all around it and around the bed, they still got in here and ate these completely. So I'm very discouraged about that. So the ones I planted back in the pumpkin arch are doing okay. Let me show you some video of that. Not doing great themselves, but at least they haven't gotten eaten. So I don't know what to do about that, but over here, there's the other marigold, and it's completely down to a nub. So, yeah, apparently bunnies, rabbits, other furry creatures love to eat marigolds. They must be very tasty. But they don't seem to eat the zinnias. So, we're going to go with the zinnias. Yes, zinnia are safe. And here are some onions that I planted recently. So I'm going to show you a video on that soon. Oh, I planted those. There's a nice big one. These are green onions. These are your scallions. Oh, and there's a lettuce that I planted. How's it doing? It looks like it needs some water. Pretty dry. And over here, oh my gosh, look at all the tomatoes. You see those? Look at all the tomatoes in here. These are early girl. And over here, we just have this abundance of Romas. So let me get those harvested. All right, let's start on the early girl. There's one. Another. And another. Have a look at that beauty. Look at that. Oh, isn't that just gorgeous? I want to just gobble it up. One more. All right, that's it for the early girl. Okay, aroma. I love aroma. Look at that aroma. A Rome tomato. This one looks pretty ripe right here. Oh, look at the size of that one. Oh yeah, that's a half pounder. And it's not completely ripe, but I'll take that one. It'll finish ripening up the window of the kitchen. This looks pretty dry. It's hanging in there. We've got quite a few more to harvest before the end of the season. So Romas are good, early girls are good for zone 10A. So let's have a look at today's harvest. Yeah, pretty good. Again, mostly tomatoes, so fortunately they're really easy to can. Ah, what a beautiful day. All right, another pretty good haul. Now, tomatoes are really easy to can. You just remove the skins, put them in jars, heat them up, and my trick is to put a little bit of, just a few drops of lemon juice right at the top, just leave a little tiny gap, screw it in tight, and they will last for a long time. So I'm going to be canning tomatoes. I'm going to be trying to freeze these two. I'll let you know how that goes. I'm going to freeze some of the little cherry tomatoes and see if that works. And of course, I'm going to put these on a pizza tonight. I'm going to have jalapeno on my pizza for dinner. All right, well, thanks for joining me here at Ponderosa Garden Adventures. We're all trying to get through this super El Nino event that's going to last throughout the rest of this year and well into next year. So leave us comments below. If you're in zone 10, let us know how you're coping and adapting, how you're getting along this year. And to all our viewers and subscribers, thanks for joining us here at Ponderosa Garden Adventures. We'll see you next time.